Okay, now I'm ready. Well, wow, that was quick. I barely even started the stream and Lightbulb Boy and Clicks Clips are already here to rate me. That's nice. So my run's actually going to be up tomorrow. I'll be running on the Resort Fest International Twitch channel tomorrow at 10 a.m. my time. No, not estimated. Eastern Standard Time. This. So I'm probably going to want to try and get one or two more runs in of this. One or two more good ones. Just before it's time for me to actually do my marathon run. And somehow you still weren't first. I'm surprised. So essentially, I'm going to be running this on Sunday, which is actually tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, on the Resort Fest International Twitch TV channel. So I have to make sure I am still in shape by the time that date rolls around, because it's right around the corner pretty much now. Alright. Okay, that was a pretty nice kill. I broke even with my PB, and in that I had a really good stage 1, so that was nice. That was probably one of my better stage 1s in all honesty. And I'm gonna have to see what I can do to get that triple shot back. I'm only too sure I'm gonna find something. I fucked up. I had my triple shot at least, but that was not how I was supposed to do that. Yeah, that's not how I usually do that, by the way. Gonna be good for a heart count, though, at the very least. Yeah, we are definitely gonna have enough. This is definitely gonna be like enough hearts to just do the boss fight with. Usually if I have like 16, I'm pretty much guaranteed to at least get a kill without having to just start using my whip, and I have 17, so we're pretty much good for a heart count, essentially. And there we go. Alright, so there's our good stage 2. I'd say that was alright. I made one small mistake, but even then, it's not going to change anything. That doesn't even make a difference, so still a really good stage. Bird. I forgot what to do there for a second. Okay, I have to pick up the cross. If I don't pick that up, then how are we gonna fight Slogra? I have to kind of back off there because of that extra bone throw. Well, I didn't get the triple shot somehow. Oh well, this probably won't change too much. I don't think. I might get it off of one of these enemies here, because... Actually... Oh, I did get it. Off, like, the last thing I could have possibly killed. Well, that didn't go according to plan at all. And I still got the 2-cycle. Nice. And I still ended up with a 2-cycle, despite Slogger doing who knows what for the first cycle. I got really lucky on that second cycle. I thought for sure he was gonna just jump past me with like 1 point of health left, and I was gonna have to just wait for him to land again to finish him off. Certainly wasn't expecting to do any of that, but hey. It's all good. Please move. Right, so there's our cave skip. Okay, that's gonna slow me down a bit. Only a bit, though, thankfully. Okay, never mind. I think I'm gonna get unlucky on these floating skulls here. I'm really hoping the skull hallway is not gonna be a problem, but I don't know. Okay, actually, it was still very good. Still a very good skull hallway. I think this is gonna be, like, enough hearts to fight Gaibon with, so... I'll just go in with this amount. Okay, what are we doing? That's not the pattern I usually get anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do here now. Oh my god, this is terrible. And he dodged like over half my crosses, and now I have none left, so we're in trouble. He's probably going to kill me. He is going to kill me. I can't even hit him. I can't even touch him. Oh. Oh! 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 Oh. Just oh. Just oh. All I can say is just oh. And please die. Please. I'm trying something, but I don't think it's gonna work. Why am I still throwing out axes? I'm probably gonna need every one I can get for Gaibon. I really wasn't expecting them to do that pattern at all. I was so not ready for that pattern. Now I'm fucked. I just wasn't ready for him to do that, so now I'm screwed. Nice kill with the axes, but I really needed that to not happen. I think I know my strategy well enough to do a backup kill on Olrock, so I'll grab a double shot cross and just settle with that, but... Let's try and actually do that Gaibon fight properly. That was pretty stupid, that whole fight was just really stupid. Like, whenever you jump, he jumps. He flies upwards as well, so... That makes it so when you kind of just jump and throw something, you'll probably miss, so... Sometimes just really not sure what to do about him at that, when he starts doing things like that. When I just can't get Gaibon to stay at ground level, sometimes just really not sure what to do about him. And sometimes it's part manipulation, part luck. Sometimes just part luck as to whether or not you'll get Gaibon to stay at ground level. I still don't know exactly what you need to do to make sure Gaibon consistently stays at ground level so you can just easily kill him with crosses. But if you can manage to do that, then it's by far the fastest way to kill him. But how you do it consistently, I'm still not sure. I got slowed down by practically everything on this stage. Pause glitch. Not even surprised there. And yes, that can happen in the original Castlevania that this is based off of, also, in case you were wondering. It also does happen in Castlevania, well, the NES Castlevania on occasion as well, that glitch. That was still a really good stage, too. Who knows if it could have been a goal if it didn't get that random pause glitch. I think it would have been, actually, because that was just so on point. Plus, I got to skip killing a few enemies because of that rosary drop in the first room. There we go, now I apparently remember how to do that. I have to back off here again because of that bone he threw. Okay, thankfully that ghost didn't punish me for making that misplay there with the cross throw, because that was too low. At least I'm still going forward. Certainly could have been worse. There's our bird skip. Let's actually just get the triple shot here. Got it. Nice. That went pretty much exactly according to plan there. Now then, Slagra, please, let's just get this over with. I don't even know what happened there. Still got a nice split though, but I'm not even sure what happened there. So hopefully Gaimon just behaves better, actually cooperates, and if he doesn't, hopefully I at least have some hearts to get a backup kill. Because without any sub-weapons, he's just really difficult to fight. Whenever you jump, which for the most part you will usually need to jump to hit him, he'll just fly upwards, and that'll just make him... I mean, he's possible to kill, he's just very difficult to do so, is all. I mean, you can actually fight him with just whip only, but it's not easy to do in the slightest. I would much rather just have the crosses to kill him with. Got our cave skip again, so let's just... Come on! Oh, that didn't work. I should have just slowed down there. I had a feeling that was not going to work. And I was absolutely right. What are you doing, Skull? What are these things doing? What's that eyeball even doing is beyond me. Probably gonna have to slow down right just to deal with this stuff, am I right? Jesus, what are you even doing? I probably should just throw more crosses. Yeah, because I had a feeling that Hunchback was just gonna appear out of nowhere just to really try and screw with me. I have to kind of stop again because I'm not being given any choice in the matter. So Gaimon, please give me a pattern I can actually make good use of. This could work if he stops flying everywhere. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! If I would have had just one more pip of health, that would have been it. That would have been enough to kill him if I would have had just one more bit of health. But I had to get drained for all of it by these fucking skulls and eyeballs, and now he still can't even fucking move. If I try and just whip, I won't be fast enough and it'll just hit me anyway. What the? I almost killed him. Just got really unlucky is all. Yeah, this is essentially what fighting Gaimon's like. Yeah, he's killable. Just got him, but... Not like this, though. I said not like this. Yeah, if I can't do the skull hallway anymore, I'm gonna have to go back to practice that. Because if I can no longer consistently do that, then we have a problem. If I can't consistently do Skull Hallway, if I get hit too much there, then that's just gonna put the odds very much against me when it comes to fighting Gaimon, so... I'd rather just make sure I still know how to do that consistently is all. Yeah, if it really comes to that, because the past two tries has just been terrible. Well, that was a good kill. twice. So this will pretty much guarantee that I have enough hearts to fight the eyeball in this stage. In fact, I'm honestly not even sure what to call it, because that's not like the kind of thing you see every day, what the boss I fight in stage 2 looks like at all. So I have no idea what to really call it. I just call it the eyeball, because it's more or less what it looks like. I think I split early. But still, that was a pretty good stage. I feel like that was an early split, though, regardless. Now we just really want to get this stage over with so I can give stage 4 and Gaibon another try. I gotta just stop dying on Gaibon is all. Ugh, and then that bird just hits me. Oh crap, this is not good. Now I'm gonna have to do God knows what to kill this thing. Oh crap, that was terrible. Well, I really had to... Yeah, I'm not good at improvising that if that happens, because I almost always land that cross on that bone dragon the first time, and usually never have to worry about it, but... Oh well. That must have been like a huge time loss right there. That one must have been big, that time loss. So... just trying to figure out exactly what we're doing here, because I'm not always sure, in fact. This is bad. This is really bad. Actually, no, I think we're still gonna be fine. Yeah, pretty much all the time loss, in fact, came from that bone dragon just not dying to the cross because I misfired. All that time loss was practically from that one cross misfire. And that must have been like at least... no, it was probably at least more than 7 seconds. I already lost like about 2 seconds for what I can usually get on stage 3 in my PB, and now we're looking at a +7, so that was a really, really big time loss. Like, that was a huge time loss right there. Yeah, I need more hearts than this, ideally. Am I gonna update that title? Soon enough, I will. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Ah, fuck that. Reset. That was fucking horrible. Update the title. Course and Mysteries derust plus other speed games. I feel like the title is still actually accurate, so I don't need to. The title still probably makes sense. I don't know what's going on with stage 4 anymore. It's just been going so badly. Yeah, I died on stage 4 3 times in a row now. That third one I could have easily avoided if I just slowed down a bit. Okay, so better to see that happen now than during the marathon run, at least. I didn't even get another try at Gaimon. Probably wasn't going to go very well either, in fact. Yeah, if I'm still making mistakes like that, then I'm not really expecting much good to come out of the Gaimon fight at all. The past few streams, I almost got a new PB on Castlevania 3 with Alucard, in fact. Wow, that kill, though, was beautiful. That has to have been one of my best bat kills I've ever done on this game. Since I still don't know exactly how to manipulate that bat, I usually just have to wing it. What killed it? The fact that I forgot to throw holy water at the candle that has a triple shot. Well, I throw it at that candle so that it will drop a triple shot right next to where the axe is on stage A. Instead of throwing a holy water at that candle, I whipped it, so I couldn't get the triple shot on my axe on the last stage, and that's what killed it. So yeah, you still remember the first room of stage A with the birds and this ledge that has the axe and a big heart and a small heart on it? I can usually trade in my double shot holy water for a triple shot axe just by knowing that I can throw holy water at a candle with a small heart in it that will drop a triple shot, which is actually like within very close distance as to where the axe is, but I completely screwed that up, so that ruined everything. You have to use a sub-weapon to make the shot multiplier drop. If you whip it, it's not going to, and that's exactly what I did there. Okay, I hope I have enough hearts to do this fight with now, because we're kind of running low. I wasn't even looking at my heart count. We might be in trouble here. I'll hit that one, that extra one. Hopefully we'll have just enough hearts to do this fight with. I think we're gonna be good still. Okay, that was my last one too, so nice. And what's crazier still is that everything else in the stage, except for the Dracula fight, which I just couldn't do optimally because I didn't have the triple shot of my axe, everything else in that stage was pretty much executed perfectly. I got that ceiling clip as well, like first try in that run as well. I mean, that's pretty much a requirement to get it the first try, actually. If you don't get that, then, well, you're not going to be able to really come up with a good backup setup to get it. You're just going to be, like, forced to go up the stairs. And I'm fairly consistent with the Dracula fight, actually, as well. So aside from that, I could have easily had a 2605. And that was after losing 5 seconds on the second half of stage 5 as well, so we were actually getting really close to world record within like the first week of me returning to that category. We actually got super close within the first week. Not too likely, because I really am focused on 3 again now. I'm really starting to get back into 3. Okay, so that's how I can get past that consistently. Now I see. Whoops. I'll try and keep moving. Wait, okay, that still worked. Nice. Now, I'm just going to really have to start trying again. Am I going to try beating the task time on this? Probably not. This run was pretty much almost perfect except for Stage 3. Stage 3, I lost about 3 seconds from what I can do at my very best. Other than that, though, the run was just pretty much solid gold everywhere else, so no. 1236 is more or less about the best I could have done on this. Unless I just found more new difficult strats, so I'm gonna leave it as is, most likely. Yeah, keep in mind that the Gaibon fight I did in that run is going to be almost impossible to replicate. Whoa! What the fuck? How did I miss that jump there? How did I even miss that? It's not the worst that could have happened. I should really just focus on this before something terrible does happen again. I probably didn't find as many time saves as Boga Boga did, in all honesty. He probably found more than me. Okay, I should pretty much be at least guaranteed to kill Gaibon without dying myself, but as for a fast kill, it's still very unlikely to happen. Especially something that even so much as comes close to what I did in my run. So I got the pattern, but now what? He's not coming down, so now what? I don't really speedrun my own ROM hacks or anything of the sort. I kind of just do that for fun. I don't really take it too seriously when it's like my own game. I still really don't know what to do about Gaibon, like, most of the time I need to fight him. True. It just feels silly for me to be speedrunning my own games, is all I can say. But if I really have nothing else to speedrun, I might consider it. Oh shit, this is bad. This could be bad if I just keep on getting hit. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Now I think we're in trouble. Now we could possibly be in deep trouble if I take another extra hit. Aside from, well, this one. So, at least this is still gonna go right. But I don't know what a bunch of that stuff even was I just did there. That was just terrible. It actually could have gone worse, by the way. Now I'm definitely gonna have to stop off to grab this meat. There's pretty much just no other way now. And even then, I don't know if there's gonna be enough health to do the fight right. If I make one small mistake, it's not gonna be enough health to do the fight with, so... Okay, good thing I was able to deflect that other cross there, because That would have made the fight even scarier than it already is that's coming up. That would have made things even worse than they already are. So good thing I was able to deflect that. I think we're still going to be good, though. Okay, at least we're still pretty much... We should be fine. Yeah, I think we're going to be perfectly fine here. Yeah, we're perfectly fine, at least for this fight. Lost quite a bit of time, though, just taking extra hits where I shouldn't have. Having to stop for all that kind of stuff. Still aced it on the boss fight, though. That time loss, though, it was even worse on stage 4, because of Gaibon. Must have gotten extremely lucky during that boss fight that I got my personal best, because I don't know when that's ever going to happen again, that kind of Gaibon fight that I got there. Like I said, that's going to be almost impossible to replicate, and I was absolutely right about that. Oh, shit. I know what to do. I know what my backup's going to be, at least. At least I have a backup for this. I'm going to grab some meat. Just in case it gets even worse. I think this is less than 6 seconds time you lose if you grab this piece of wall meat. Even though I don't know how you would actually stumble into that yourself. I didn't discover where that meat was, Boga Boga did. He knew about that before me, so... Okay, at least we got that taken care of. Oh, I think we'll just go into the fight like this and see what happens. Worst case scenario, I can still probably beat the game in under 15 minutes, but I'd rather it not come to that. Looks like it's gonna be good, though. Very good. Now, can this thing just back off so I can finish the game? It's just that last scythe keeps getting in my way and not letting me, like, move forward at all. I should just walk forward and not back, I guess, there. Well, he did have to go for some extra meat, so that explains the time loss. Plus, I took an extra hit after that from one of the bones that bone skeleton threw. That usually doesn't happen either. They'll still be pretty good in the marathon, considering anything in that, and anything can happen in that, so that would still be a pretty good time. And speaking of Castlevania 3, I want to kind of redeem myself after that misplay I made last time. So I'm going to open the splits, just need to find them real quick. So this was the mistake I made last time. You're probably gonna cringe. This is what I did instead of throwing the holy water. And this is why I only had the single shot axe going into the Dracula fight, which slowed it down significantly. When really you have to do this to have the triple shot get transferred over to your axe. Only then can you have a fast Dracula fight. Yep, I know. It's been like that for over 2 months. That'll be tough to beat. Actually came fairly close just the other day. Theoretically speaking, I already came fairly close to getting that time. Pretty much gonna have to get every major thing that I need to do in the run, essentially. Every major trick that actually matters as to how much time you can gain, I'm gonna need all of them. Yeah, this ceiling clip is pretty much a requirement now. Yeah, you have to be able to do that now, the world record. There's no going around it. I think the best I can do is 25:57, and he got a 25:59. That right there saves 3 seconds, so that should be all you need to know, really. Even if I tie with that world record, it will still be a huge accomplishment. I don't even know if I'll be able to do that, or when it'll happen. Nice kill. Miss what, actually? That bone boost, no he didn't, he got that. Considering what I can do and what he can do and how much time that saves, you pretty much do have to get it to like be able to keep up with him. And there's our perfect stage A, pretty much. Where did he lose time? Only in a few places. For example, I'm just gonna go and see if I can load this state up real... Okay, we're actually right near the flight of stairs, actually. Yeah, he actually got to that platform a bit later than what is optimal. Those are pretty much all small time losses he had over the course of his run, and he pretty much nailed everything else he needed. Maybe 1, 2, 3 small time losses like that over the spread of his entire run, and that was literally all the fuck-ups he made. Oh, okay, I think one of them was also stage 4 and the frogs costing him a bit of time. I mean, I actually have some more time over him coming out of stage 4 because I had a better run with the frogs than he did. I also have a slightly faster stage 6, but I think that was because I got luckier on Frankenstein than he did. Of course he gains a ton of time on stage 7 because he knows of that new skip that I didn't know of when I got this time. I fucked up stage 8 a bit and lost 2 seconds there. I also screwed up stage 9 and lost about like 0.75 seconds there. And stage 8 is also possible to do slightly faster as well if you just leave one heart as opposed to grab it. In case you feel like you might run short on hearts during the Dracula fight, you can opt to do that, but I think it costs you about 0.75 seconds over just leaving that there and just dropping straight down like so. Yeah, even the little things like that can count at this point for whether or not you get world record. And of course, if I can't do this right, then it's definitely not happening. My method's actually slightly faster than his, but I think they're about like the same difficulty. That being very, very hard to do consistently. Pretty sure we've both struggled on the bat, like, a lot. Just trying to get anywhere close to the times we have. at this rate, I don't think it's gonna get that much easier either. I really don't think there is really any way to make it easier. Oh, really? That sucks. That was another really close one. If I would have fired that a bit later, that would have been perfectly fine. That was terrible. Yeah, I kind of want to get a good look at the bat and see exactly what its animation frames look like, because every time it moves its wings up and down once, I consider that one cycle of bat animations, and once it's done 4 after taking a hit, it splits up into the next set of bats, so that's essentially how I like to time my attacks, and make sure my one fireball will be directly connecting with every bat that spawns from where the bat's splitting up. So ideally, you want to get that fireball to land as soon as the bats actually split up into the next set of bats and become vulnerable again. Kind of like that. The one thing that's really lost for me still is the 2-cycle Leviathan. I can pretty much make heads or tails of everything else, though. I pretty much understand everything else except for this 2-cycle Leviathan here. And even then, I think this is only like 1 second that I lose over chambers if I can't do it consistently enough. Yeah. I'm probably not going to be able to get this consistently enough that I can just rely on having it every run I need it. I rarely even do the 2-cycle Leviathan at all. And since I actually messed up 5-6, I'm gonna actually do that a few times as well, just in case. And I actually didn't mess this up lately, so I'm just gonna do it a few times, real quick. Then I'll try a few more runs of this. So grab the money, then that, and then... Huh. I swear that doesn't happen. That usually doesn't happen, but hey. I mean, I can always reload the state and just try again anyway. Not even sure what happened there in the slightest. I don't even know what happened there. I can't even begin to make heads or tails of what that stuff was. Grab this, then this. There we go. I pretty much know how to time that transform perfectly, so that's not going to be a concern. And I'm going to do that 1 or 2 more times, most likely. Then I'll be ready to start some more runs. Hopefully I'll have some luck with those, but I can't guarantee anything. Fuck. That was terrible. Grab the money, jump at that angle and shoot, and it is more or less what I should be doing. didn't go according to plan. That didn't work. I think I was actually supposed to attack a bit earlier. No, later. That was supposed to be fired later, actually. Because the way that works is that you're taking damage, and there's a slight delay between when you press the attack button and when he actually shoots fireballs. So you want to set that up in such a way that you're going to get hit while you're facing right, but by the time you actually do shoot fireballs, you'll be facing left, and then they'll just hit that eyeball behind you, and then it can't slow you down on your way up the stairs because it'll be dead. Like that. Okay, let's go. Wish me luck on this, I'm probably gonna need it. This one's for you. I couldn't fit the whole name in there, I mean, yeah. No? All right. With the "k" sound and not the "s" sound, I know. I really want to see Chambers drop by another one of my live streams. Hopefully someone can get him here when I actually have a run that's on world record pace far into the game. Even though I doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. Yeah. Maybe 1 or 2 times, so that's about it. That's all I remember, 1 or 2 times. I kind of stop off to grab that cross there. I mean, I want to have something better than an axe. I mean, the axe is still pretty good for these, but overall, Cross is just more powerful and more effective than Axe. But Axe is, like, not too far behind Cross. I'm gonna have to do that, I guess. Wait. This is bad. This is terrible! Oh, that was even worse than I thought. I thought that was gonna be better, but whoops, I guess not. I thought maybe I could have still had a chance, but nope. That Hunchback got to ruin everything. I would have definitely kept going if it wasn't for that Hunchback ruining everything, but of course he had to. Of course he had to. And then he just refuses to die and kills me. Even then, I would have been losing about at least 2 seconds from all that. So still. I'm willing to bet that it's just going to be much harder to get a world record on a game that has, like, a much bigger group of people playing it. I mean, the more people running a game, the more likely it's just going to get optimized in ways you wouldn't even imagine are possible. Now, hopefully I can just get the next bone skeleton pillar thing boost right. And not have to worry about that Hunchback another time. I'll just try and do it right next time. Go! Faster, please? That definitely could have been faster. Could have been slower too, but I'll still go with this. Even though I would have liked another half second out of this stage. Oh well. I don't know if I actually have a screen cap with that on it or not. I'd have to go check, in all honesty. I'd have to go check. I do have the screen cap of his splits that show his 2611 run, but I don't know if there's a sum of best segments in there, so I'd have to look. Wait a minute. I probably wasn't supposed to do that. I probably wasn't supposed to do that at all. I probably fucked something up. Not exactly sure what, but that felt like it wasn't just wasn't done right. That didn't feel proper. What else can I say? That just felt awkward. At least we got to try the swamp again, but man. Not doing so hot. Hopefully things turn around here. It would be nice if they did, but... Well, that was a good swamp. That was really good. That's probably gonna make up for some of the shit that happened on Stage 3, most likely. If I don't make any crucial mistakes, that'll put me well, not ahead of his world record, but I'll gain time over it. I can't get ahead of his world record now, but I can gain some time over it, at least, so let's just... That's probably one of the better places to get the drop. I mean, I'm switching sub-weapons anyway, so... Yeah, just drop it there, I guess. I mean, we're already trading in sub-weapons anyway, so it's a good thing that I get dropped there. I just wish I would have had the extra 2 seconds from the first 2 stages, but those did not go well whatsoever. Stage 1 wasn't horrible, but 3 was, unfortunately. And I just got a gold. Wow. I got a really fucking good stage. I don't think we're gonna see a gold there for a while, because that was just crazy. I wasn't expecting that, but... I was expecting something good, but not that good. That was actually very interesting, to say the least. How much did my Son of Best go down anyway? I wasn't even looking at that. I was hardly even thinking about it, actually. Whoops. A small misplay there, of course. Gonna lose more time. I still stand to gain time because I'm gonna take a faster route, but... Could have gained more time if I didn't make that stupid misplay. Like, that was a pretty dumb misplay right there. I just gotta hope I don't make any more, and then we can still have an interesting run. Yup, I knew it was gonna happen. I can always opt to do that, but if I've broken open too many candles or killed too many enemies already with a double shot, and there's a triple shot drop there, then I don't want to get stuck with that, because I'm trying to have a double shot for the end of the game, because I need to get that triple shot on the axe, so... If I feel like I'm gonna get a triple shot drop, then I just won't do that. I'll just whip instead. Or perhaps there's something else in mind I could try. I'll have to jump 2 extra times, but it might actually be worth it to do that just to make things a little more consistent for myself. Also doesn't help when you're just worried sick about possible item drops as well. Because that's also something you have no control over whatsoever. Hey, at least we got 1 gold though in that other run. That's still something. Nice kill. This stage went exactly according to plan. I'm pretty sure we got a 221. Yup, there we go. 221. Haven't seen that in a while. That's actually a second faster than my other stage one I did just before. I could. That might take a bit of time to actually do. Okay, nice. And backwards? Backwards, really? You're gonna push me backwards there? Like, wow. It really couldn't have been any other way, are you serious? That could have been easily some other way, I just know it. Pretty much. Was still a fairly good stage 3 though, aside from that little thing. Now I gotta get a good 4, it's probably not happening. Well, a PV could happen, but probably not a world record. Yeah, that was lame. What else can I say? Nice. Can we keep this going? Really, really good frogs. Thank you. Now I get like another shot at, I'm assuming, stage 5? Because that's pretty much the worst that stage 4 has to offer right there. Another really good split. That pretty much makes up for what happened on 3. Yup. Not anywhere close to where we can start celebrating, though, unfortunately. We still have, like, a long ways to go, so don't get too excited yet. Fucking hell, man. Really? Really now? Really? Yeah, this run's dead too, actually. Fucking shit, man. Fuck, I knew that was gonna happen too. That's the worst part about it. I knew it was happening. I actually saw myself getting the drop there. And I was absolutely right. I was absolutely right about that. It doesn't even matter anymore. I mean, usually that doesn't happen, but yeah, of course. Of course it can happen. Like I said earlier, that's just one more place where you can get the shit drop, and it just happened. And that literally just happened there. Pretty much absolutely nothing I can even do about it whatsoever. Like, how am I supposed to kill this thing with an axe? It's just gonna arc over his head every time I throw one. Fuck you, game. Like, seriously, that was just so dumb. The run was looking so good except for stage 3, and then that literally just pulls that again. Would have had a really good shot at getting that kill properly if it hadn't been for that axe drop. Would have maybe been able to start thinking about the late game if it hadn't been for that. I mean, I want to get another chance at the late game, but with luck like this, I don't know when I'll be seeing it. That time it wasn't even my fault in the slightest. The other two things I fucked up, that was just me screwing things up. That was just really bad luck right there. I'd really have to think about it. Considering there's not that much more to learn, because the first half of the game is pretty much identical to Cypher Route, actually. So I'd only have to learn 4 new stages, practically. There's one really tricky set of jumps that just still intimidates me on stage 7 with Trevor only. Not just that, but more so the fact that that route's the most susceptible to weapon drops, like you just saw. That's probably also the one thing that's really turning me off of running that. Highest risk of getting screwed over by weapon drops and runs, compared to other categories. Grant can outmaneuver item drops because he can turn around mid-jump. Saipa can freeze stuff if she wants to avoid getting item drops, because when you destroy something that's frozen, it never has a chance to drop anything. And Alucard Can't even get, like, weapon drops if he already has the watch, which he usually does have the watch for most of the run anyway. Alucard can't get bad drops because the sub-weapon, the only one he can use is the watch, and once he has it, then, well... That would honestly be pretty fun to try that again. Maybe a few runs for old time's sake, but I don't think I'm gonna try and get a PB on that, most likely. Even though 4th place is only 2 seconds away, still. Probably won't feel like it's worth it for me, because that would be like the longest route in the game, essentially. Just derust that. It's the longest route because of Clock Tower. But even then, that stage probably isn't that bad to speedrun once you get used to the Medusas and manipulating their spawn patterns. That and the Ship of Fools as well is pretty annoying. Everything past that isn't that bad, actually. I think the worst of it really does have to be the Ship of Fools. Nice. Not slowing down on that, so that's good. There we go. That was a pretty good section. Now, I really don't want this run to get fucked over by a drop again, either. Because I've already had enough of that, in all honesty. I mean, once you get past stage 5, it's not really a problem anymore, but up until then, it can still just completely screw you up. Considering a lot of stuff dies on stage 4, and there's a few things you also have to kill on stage 5 that you can't just go around. But when it comes to bad RNG with item drops, the worst of it has to be on stage 4, because there's just so many things you'll have to kill that just spawn frequently. Frog, what are you doing? Besides slowing me down, what are you doing? I'm gonna have to do something. I don't want them to just jump on my head, because if they do that, I'm just dead. So I have to slow down there a bit too, but that second one was the worst of it, really. That just pushed me back and cost me, like, quite a bit of time. It's also worse when you get pushed backwards mid-jump, because you have further to fly before you land and can start moving forward again. First that frog and then the fucking drop. First that frog and then a drop. Really? Haven't even gotten past stage 5 yet. One of those runs I just didn't throw the holy water at the right time and he actually got to shoot some fireballs and killed me like that. And then the other one I got to 5, I got a bad drop, and then this one I also got a bad drop. So 2 out of 4 runs I've done so far today were like ruined by drops. That's not how this works at all. That's not how this works, game. Yeah, that could have been faster. That definitely could have been a bit faster right there. I just want to get another run going to the late game. I've actually been able to do that quite a few times, so please, let's just get this show on the road. I don't want to get slowed down too many times, and I certainly don't want to get drops that I don't want. I think it has something to do with that boss fight being a bit slower than usual. I'm only too sure it couldn't have been from anything else. Must have been the boss fight I just did. That... Never mind. I was getting ready to take a boost off that owl behind me, but the holy water actually killed it. Yep. Well, that just happened. I have the clip on my computer, I really should do that. Might also upload that fail I had recently on Castlevania 3 with just missing the triple shot axe because I whipped instead of through a holy water. That's probably going to be another clip to upload. Actually, that's probably going to be another clip to upload. I hate it when I start choking on God knows what and can't speak. Plus 1.5, yep, called it. There we go. I think this is gonna. I think this I can actually use. Oh, and that actually worked. That I can use. But now it's gonna be whip only for the Mudmen, so maybe I should have just saved it for the Mudmen. Because if I get a really bad set of Mudmen, then I'm still gonna fall too far behind for me to even want to really bother going. So hopefully that just doesn't happen, but... And, yep, it fucking shit. It just did. And for fuck's sake, really? Game, are you seriously gonna keep pulling this crap? Really should have just saved it for the Mudmen. Should have known that was gonna happen. Should have fucking known. Like, what are you expecting me to do there? Like, really, what are you expecting me to actually do about those Mudmen? Like, what can I even do is beyond me. I freaking can't do anything about that. Like, what am I supposed to do there? Like, holy crap, game, what am I supposed to do? I'm just gonna keep going, because if I reset and keep trying for a good opening, we're probably gonna be here all day. You know, at the rate this game's just been throwing crap at me, we're probably gonna be here all day if I just reset again. Yep, essentially. I can still maybe PB though, but world record's off the table. Too much bad shit has happened for that to still be a possibility. Four seconds in the hole, pretty much. If we round up to the nearest second, it is pretty much 4. If I get another drop, it's going to be even worse than that. hi there, Visigoth, by the way. Might as well just state the obvious before you say hi, I guess. Next time I'm just gonna have to go with my instincts. Oh, now I get past that without the drop. Why couldn't that have happened on the run when I was actually doing somewhat good? Why couldn't that happen on the run that was actually really good? Why did it have to happen now? It's okay. I'll stand here and hopefully this will work. There we go. We're gonna get past this guy at least. Another gold. Then again, that was pretty much a flawless stage, so of course it makes sense that I got that there. I really want to see Chambers drop by some more of these streams, especially when I'm running Alucard, because he's the world record holder for this right now. I think he got it like mid-July, if I'm not mistaken. So he's pretty much held it for like about 3 months. Yeah, that pretty much exactly. I'm feeling the same way. Yeah, there's still stuff on screen, by the way. Don't assume there's just gonna be no enemies, because those are still gonna be on screen. Nice. Let's actually do this properly, just to redeem myself for last time. Beautiful! That was perfect. Yeah, the last finished run I did, I completely whiffed that part of the game. That's still nothing compared to what I did on Stage A, though. To think we could have had like another 2 seconds at the very least to work with. Probably even 3. A lot of lag here, of course. To think we could have added like another 3 seconds to work with. Then we'd be on world record pace, pretty much. If we had like another 3 seconds to our name. Probably a laggy boss fight. Ooh, that was close. Probably a laggy boss fight. I really don't think it could have been much else, because everything else was done right. Yeah, at that point I think it pretty much just comes down to the boss fight, once you're doing everything else perfectly. Nice. Yeah, stupid lag is right. Fuck. Please move. No, there's definitely no shot at getting... I don't even think I can PB now after that. I don't even think PB is possible. Especially if this shit happens. Oh my god. Hello? Hurry the fuck up! Doesn't help that I literally can't even move. Or hit Frankenstein, because he keeps throwing rocks in my face. Oh man, that's fucking terrible. I'm gonna try and get within the 26-1X range. If I can do stage 7 properly, that will happen. Well, it's not guaranteed, but there'll be a good chance of getting it, so we're gonna try and get within the 26-1X range. That certainly could have gone way better. If I would have had one more pixels worth of height, we would have had it. Oh, now I get this boost. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. That was just so frustrating. Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I'll try and sing something if I get a good bat fight, but that's an if, though. Because that is very, very hard to execute, and it's probably never going to get any easier. Moment of truth, let's just see what we can do here. Just for the hell of it, let's see what we can do. Figaro, 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 Figaro! Figaro! Okay, I never want to do that again. It probably sounded much worse than I made it. It probably sounded much worse than what I heard. That was still a really good bat kill, though, so that's something. But I don't even know what these birds are going to do, so this is still kind of scary. Actually, no, we're fine. We're fine. Just got away from that bird, so that's good news. Right, so there's our nice bat kill. Shame that we had to have stage 6 go the way it did, because we would be on pace to get something good. We would be on pace to PB if it wasn't for fucking up our stage 6. Let's just say stage 6 went the way it should have, and I, at the very least, broke even on it. Actually, no, I think that's faster than the average case scenario for Frankenstein, so let's just say I got, like, another 0.8 seconds time loss. And let's just say stage 7 is going to go perfectly. I probably have like about a -1 to a -2 coming out of it. And then there's still a bit of time to gain on the last few stages, so I'd be on PB pace if it wasn't for stage 6, in other words. I would be on it. For this stage, possibly, because nothing's really gone wrong here whatsoever. So that can definitely happen. Please don't try anything funny. I want to see what kind of split I can get here, because it's looking very good so far. I just want to see another gold. If I get a nice Cyclops kill and a 2-cycle Leviathan, it's definitely happening. If I can get both of those, it's a guarantee, but I think the Leviathan's going to be the real elephant in the room here. Yeah, that's one of the few rooms in the game which you can actually see a cross drop, by the way. That'll do. Now, if he charges, that'll be great. Then we would still have a shot at the gold. Perhaps. So, please charge. Nice! Not nice! What the? Oh, man. That was terrible. Oh man, that was pathetic. If I would have jumped, if I would have done that last jump just a millisecond later, that wouldn't have happened. Oh man, man, that sucks. I'll just reset and give it one more try. Once I get past stage 5 again, this will be my last try. So yeah, that can happen if you're not careful. I mean, we already lost too much time from stage 6 anyway, so it's not that big a deal that happened there. I'm gonna have to just slow down my movements a bit to guarantee that never happens again. Yeah, I could have just easily done some of those inputs a bit slower, and that would have pretty much guaranteed that that wouldn't have happened. He would have been drained out of all his health long before I could have just possibly gotten hit again, so... I just gotta slow down those inputs and we're good. I don't know what I was thinking, obviously I wasn't. Because I usually never make that mistake anymore. Still ace it on the bat though, at least. If we can keep doing that, then that'll also give us, like, a good chance of getting a PB soon. Maybe even the world record if everything else goes right. I mean, theoretically it's possible, especially with the sum of best segments. Even with one of the paces I had in the run, like, not too long ago. Not the run before, but I think the one, like, just before that one. No, like, 3 runs ago, it was. No, not really. I got a world record, so it was still great. Even though I was literally this close to walking out on you guys. Then that world record probably would have happened some other day. Yeah, that also happened lately as well. And I'm pretty sure I know exactly why it did, too. Had a run with a decent pace, but I got killed on stage 9. Lost a bunch of time on stage 7, because I screwed up that Cyclops kill, but other than that, in stage 9, that was another good run. Could have maybe been within reach of my personal best. Maybe like a few seconds off of it, but with those two things going wrong, that just ruined everything. Like, the death on stage 9 was even worse. I mean, what are you supposed to do once you get drained for like 3/4 of your health from hunchbacks in like the first room with enemies in it? Like, at that point, there's really not that much more you can do, if that goes wrong as it does. But I'm pretty sure I'll never let that happen again, so I'm not too worried about that. Besides, I've practiced that room a lot. Psychist? Okay, then. Not so much in Alucard. Alucard literally can just fly past the worst of it. Sypha, on the other hand, it's way harder to do a good stage 9 than speedrun with Sypha. Sometimes, no matter how good your intentions are, you just will not be able to get past the birds with like a fast enough time to be on world record pace. That's pretty much the exact reason I believe that no one would ever beat K-Max time on that category. Because he got that near perfect. He got, like, the best possible case scenario that's feasible for real-time runs. And that in itself is fairly rare. But even then, keep in mind that this is very late in the game, and you have to get through the first 3/4, and no, I think it's the first 4/5 of the game you have to get through to even have a try at the birds. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, that worked. Somehow. Well, practicing that certainly helped. You have no idea how many times. You have no idea just how long I spent grinding that just to make sure that whenever I get a good bird pattern, I can capitalize off of it. And then there were the runs themselves. I think I actually did it really good there. Hurry up. Okay, nice. I don't need that. I'm gonna leave it. I have no idea. I don't really follow that too much. Wait. Yeah, please, let's not fuck these things up anymore. Then I don't even know what I did there. God knows what that was supposed to be. Like, frick. What was that is beyond me. I'm not even sure as to what the hell that was supposed to be. Yeah. And I still gained time over the world record. That was a terrible stage 4. And I still gained time over the world record. I think I only made one small set of misplays, but they were pretty bad misplays. Stage 3 also gave me hell as well, so yeah. Please tell me I did this right. I don't know. Actually, it's still good. Yeah, if you don't do that right, he's just going to turn around, and you're not going to be able to get past him without getting hit by him, and that's not ideal anymore if you want to go the upper route for 5-5. So this is more or less what I need to just make sure I can consistently do now. Yeah, let's not do that again either. Yeah, sure, let's just completely miss our target the first time. Sure, let's just completely miss what we're trying to hit. Okay, fuck. Why do I get past this after I've already lost the world record? Why can I get past this consistently once I've already lost too much time to have a shot at world record? Every other time, practically, I just get bad drop after bad drop. Like, when I'm doing really good, I'm just getting stuck with shit drops that ruin everything. When I'm not doing so good, then that's not a problem. Either Aquarius or Beginning, but it's really hard to choose still. And we're gonna get past this again. Still a really good split on stage 5. But I just wish it would have been better. Well, this was actually still very good, but stage 3 and 4, not so much. Stage 1 was still really good, but 3 and 4 weren't not so much at all. I swear, I really just want to stop losing time on those first few stages. I think stage 4 was less bad luck, and that time was actually my fault. I just did some stupid movements that I usually don't do at all. Stage 3, it was those owls, of course. At least this is looking good so far. Yup, perfect. And so is that. I'm probably gonna go after this run too, because I said I'd stop for the day once I got back to stage 5, and it looks like I have, so I really want to get a halfway decent stage 6 as well while we're at it. I'd like to have some chance at a PB, at least. I'd like to have some shot at it at least. I don't want to just stay stuck on these first few stages forever either. So, please be nice, Mr. Skeleton. That's gonna be laggy, but I can pretty consistently kill the guy, so... What was considered any percent before Wrong Warp was discovered? I don't know for sure. I would guess Alucard because it's the fastest route. But even then, I'm not totally sure. If not a PB, then this will be a learning experience. It's pretty much always a learning experience. In that case. I'm always learning something new. Even when I don't think I am, I'm probably learning something anyway. So hopefully this stage just goes better with its D-boosts. Hopefully I get an easier one for the axe armor this time. I don't know, I didn't make the game. Please high axe just so I can have an easier time here. Nope. Oh, crap. I wasn't even ready for it that time. I wasn't even ready for that one. Holy crap. I wasn't even planning for it that time. I was just expecting a high axe and I got the low one. Of course I got the low one. I should have just known. Fast kill at least, but yeah, we lost time because we had to... Yeah. And I'm willing to bet that if I was going to try and anticipate that it was going to be a low axe and just go up there as soon as possible, it was probably going to be a high one. Why am I willing to bet that I'm going to try and call the low axe but get a high one, and try and call the high axe but get a low one? Yeah, there goes that one, pretty much. Probably isn't happening now either, but I still want to keep going. Nice, got that in there. Let's see if we can have another shot of the gold stage 7. I'm definitely going to want to try for that. Low 26 1x can still definitely happen. It's possible. I said I want to at least go for that. We have another chance at it, so let's just see. Not a very good chance, but it is there right now. If we get past the bat perfectly, our chance of getting it will go up significantly. gotta get there first. And God knows what this guy is doing. Oh, fuck. I have to do something to save hearts at this point. No other choice. Ah, that completely threw me off my game right there. That completely threw off my game, that skeleton. I have to grab this one. Well, I can say that the bat could have been much worse, in all honesty. I could have been way unluckier with that bat, but that was still not very good. Now this could be a problem, too. Just gonna jump like that to make sure it's not. Because if I take another hit, I am screwed. I am really screwed if I get hit again, essentially. Might want to start going over that backup strat in case I can't grab that big heart fast enough. Because I do have a backup strat. I tried to go for it, but it actually could have been slightly faster. Still curious as to what we can do anyway. Now PB is definitely off the table. We can't even get close now. Okay, maybe we can get close, but we can't actually get it from this point onward. Lost way too much time to possibly be able to get it now. I just want to see if I can actually get to the end of the game, though, without taking a death. That would still be really nice, by the way. I just wish it didn't have to be this way, but it's a tough game. It's a really tough game. I don't know. I'm gonna cross my fingers, hope that he charges. Charge. Charge. Nope. No charge whatsoever. Not even close. Now I'm actually really not sure if I do want to go again, because I'm thinking I might go one more time. And then I get that. And then that shit happens. Like, please. I'm probably gonna have time for one more run. I probably don't want to spend too much more time at it, though. At least not right now. Yeah, better luck next time. I fucking hope I get better luck next time. Pardon my French, but it's just been terrible. Why does the Crusade hate the Belmonts so much? All I recall is that the Belmonts are heavily associated with black magic, but the church seems to have the wrong idea, and, like, the people that believe in God seem to have the wrong idea. You Belmonts deal with monsters! We fought monsters! Essentially the quote from the show. I think that was just before the bar fight happened in that show. If I get back to stage 5, it'll be my last one, I promise. Yeah, because of holy water, pretty much. Pretty much all because of holy water. There are very few times where holy water doesn't answer all their problems in Castlevania 3. Dracula's third phase is one of them. Or perhaps anything else that kind of just flies in the air or is not directly connected to the ground or doesn't go anywhere near like a solid block. That's pretty much almost the entire Dracula fight in this game. I got to stage 7 twice, completely butchered it the first time, then got unlucky with Cyclops the second. So hopefully this goes well. Ah, I could've whipped! Oh my... I could've whipped. Whoops. Just wasn't looking at the screen. Oh man, wow. I'm gonna reset, because that was just pathetic. Super Castlevania 4 is not quite as powerful. I don't even think I can actually stun anything where it's standing. Like, the holy water in that game, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think it even stuns anything anymore. It can still move around. The fact that you can stun lock enemies out of doing anything is probably what makes it so overpowered in the first place. But then it's pretty much useless, or for the most part. It doesn't do like too much of anything at all if it doesn't stun anything. So in my fan game, I still haven't come up with the ideal solution to make the holy water not too weak and not too powerful at the same time. I'm trying to slow down stuff by like half speed when it's getting affected by holy water, but not just outright stop it from doing anything entirely. Like Castlevania 1 and 3. Because if you take that out from the holy water, it just makes it like kind of useless. Really underpowers it. Fixes the problem of being too broken, but then it just loses like most of its practicality. That was a really, really good kill. still lost a bit of time, but it's really not a big deal. Yeah, quite a few people speedrun Castlevania 2, I'm just not one of them. It's possible, alright. Just still not exactly sure how it is. Yeah, the owl strikes again, actually. Not even surprised. Ooh, I was not fast enough to react. Maybe. Oh, no! You idiot! Oh, man, you had to be... God, why can that frog just not spawn there? I was just about to get away from the first one, then the second one killed me. If I would have reacted fast enough to that first frog on that ledge there, we wouldn't have been in any sort of trouble whatsoever. You literally do have to jump and whip as soon as you hear that sound. Otherwise, you're probably gonna get hit on them. Yeah, that's the fastest way to get past the frogs on that ledge, but it's pretty tricky to actually do. Yeah, owls and frogs have probably been my biggest problem so far today. Literally can't get any sort of good pace past them. And on the rare occasion that I can, I just get a bad drop. So I just really want to get back to the late game with at least a decent pace, and then I'll be done for the day. So, yeah. I just want to have another try at this stuff, sooner than later. Essentially that. I'm almost at 1,000 resets on this game. At least for the Alucard route. Put all the routes together and it's well over 1,000. It's probably more like 1,800 plus, if you take every route. Granite has like almost 500 on it. Sypha has over 300 on it. This is almost at 1,000. Good idea. Probably isn't gonna happen this stream, though. I mean, hopefully it doesn't, because that would mean they'd do another 14 attempts without getting anywhere near where I'm trying to get to. Pretty much on the verge of hitting 1,000. In a few days, I'll probably have done that. No, don't stand whip. Please don't. Okay. So we will actually have some backup health for stage 4, but hopefully I still don't need it. I'll at least get there, but I want to actually get, like, the world record back, because I know I can do that. Well, got a dagger. That might be useful against the frogs, because I think you throw that slightly higher than you can whip, so that might help against the second frog, but that's about it. It's pretty much worthless. Outside of the rare case scenarios, it's pretty much worthless. It still failed me. Even then, it has such a small hitbox, I can still completely and utterly miss. Like it just did there. Dagger! You literally had one job and you failed! You had one job and you failed! I was so right about it being worthless. I had one thing I wanted to do with it and just failed it. Should've just used the whip anyway. That is a bigger hitbox at least. Guess what was wrong about the dagger, it's just worthless. Still dumbfounded as to why it even exists. I had the impression that it was good when I first picked it up because it was on the first stage. Also had no sub-weapon either, so of course it's better than absolutely no sub-weapon, but not by much. And in the first stage, most of the enemies there just die in one hit, so flies fast, travels across the screen pretty quickly, kills whatever it touches, but once you actually start to get further into the game, you will realize just how worthless the dagger actually is. All the dagger's fault. I was really hoping it was going to bail me out of that one, but I might have been better off just whipping that frog. It might have actually worked. Yeah, it's always something that happens in the early game. I just don't know why. I know what, but I don't know why. Move right. Hello? Move right. That was certainly awkward. I was holding right and he wasn't going anywhere. That was weird. That better not happen again, because I'm going to be really concerned if it does. That happened for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Just because apparently it wanted to. Really trying to just save time here, but the game's just saying, nope, no matter what I do, it's just not letting me do that. Well, my splits just changed on themselves. I'll have to sort that out later. Jump! Hello? I don't need any more of my inputs to not go through. Really don't. I don't even know if this is gonna work. I gotta do this just right now. Fine, we'll take that. I just want to get my splits back up on the screen. I just want to get my PB back, and I already have the world record on the right. I don't need to have it in two different columns at once. Aside from two of my inputs just not registering, other than that, that was pretty much a perfect stage. 4 on the other hand, that was just annoying. I probably will just want to use the whip there next time on the frog. That still works at least. Yeah, that's still good. Wasn't so sure for a second, but we're not good anymore. Damn it. Move around. Damn it. Ugh. Stuck in the ceiling. Yeah, sometimes Live Split just has a habit of doing that. That being glitching out. It's not perfect, but it's helped me out with speedrunning tremendously. Like, I probably wouldn't have even gotten anywhere close if I didn't start really looking at it this way. Another nice and easy kill, at least. Still kind of slow, but at least it's easy. I honestly thought I was losing more time, because that was a pretty silly mistake I made there. I honestly thought that getting stuck in the ceiling there was going to be even worse than it was. I was expecting at least a 1 second time loss, but I got less than that, so it's actually not too bad. Hopefully this just goes better now. I haven't had any luck with these first axe armor boosts whatsoever. Haven't had any luck with this guy whatsoever, so hopefully it just turns around now. Because I want to have at least a shot at getting the PB going into stage 7, because then it'll get fun again. Nice! We actually got it this time off the low axe, so that's really good. And I... Ah, move. No, move. Oh, man, you gotta be kidding me. Now that was just sad. Ah! I'm gonna die. That was just sad. The axe was good, the bone not so much. And I almost never missed that, so that's what makes it even worse. That's the one that's actually very consistent. You can pretty much do that one the exact same way every time. It's just, I don't know why it didn't work that time. I had to have literally been 1 pixel off from getting that. I actually looked and it was just 1 pixel off of being right. Yeah, but I really had to try to not die to Frankie. At least it's not getting any worse, but it's already bad enough that I can't PB whatsoever. Yeah, this is my last run for the day, most likely. Unless I feel like I really got screwed out of it, but I'm gonna try and make it my last for the day. I've already suffered enough, so might not be in the mood to go again. I just want to finish this, actually. I just want to finish this deathless, or at least not losing too much more time. Could maybe finish below sub 2620 if I do everything else properly. Maybe. So I got my big heart, so that went exactly according to plan, but now we gotta do our bat fight. Oh, man. Decent recovery on the fight, but... No, not just decent recovery, really good recovery, but I wanted that to go better. Especially after stage 6. I was just hoping for better. Nice. This is going to be very close to my gold split. I still feel like I can get very close to gold with this run. This run of this stage, I still feel like I can get very close, because that was one of the better case scenarios for when that fight goes wrong. Usually it's just much harder to catch up to the bats that you don't hit, so that was actually really lucky that they just came towards me again like that. I just lost way too much time on stage 6 is all, because I missed a really crucial boost. Not so sure how I did, because I pretty much almost always hit that one these days. Still lived, but I really have to try for that one. I pretty much have no good recovery for that, because I don't think I'll ever need it. Almost everything has to be perfect or it's blown, you're pretty much right. If everything was perfect for a real-time run, I think it might be a 2556. I think that's probably going to be about as good as it's going to be. Anything below that, I just don't see it happening. Unless, of course, someone finds another new strat, but I think we've exhausted every possibility at this point. We, as in Chambers, Baze, and myself. So hopefully this asshole just charges now. Cross our fingers that he charges. There we go. Now let's not blow it this time. Let's actually get him. Sure, I killed him the time before, but I need to actually survive, or it's still gonna be null and void. That was a really good kill still. So what's my split gonna look like? Seriously? Seriously. And that could have been even better had it been for that bat fight going properly. Seriously? Yeah, with splits like that, well, except for the stage 6 and the 4, of course, I definitely have a shot at world record. I just need to get almost everything, like, near perfect, or nothing too bad that can happen. Just have no idea when that's gonna be, because there's a lot of it you gotta get through. And this one's just strictly a gamble. This is just strictly a gamble. Like, this is, I'm assuming, a 50-50 chance that you'll actually get the low axe that you need. But even then, I don't know for sure. And if you don't get it, of course, world record's off the table. Oh, and then I get that. Just imagine if I didn't blow it on stage 6. We would definitely be on PB pace. That, and very close to world record pace. Would actually be really close, in all honesty. So I'm gonna guess stage 6 was about 15 seconds lost. Oh, great. My luck is still shit. And my luck's still crap. I knew it. If I could have just got that fireball to actually spawn that shoots downwards, that wouldn't have happened. But of course, I had to get, like, the unlucky fireballs. Yeah, my luck is still garbage, apparently. It's not getting any better. And my luck is still shit. I don't even think it's gonna get any better today. Yeah, not with the way things have been happening so far today. It's probably not gonna get any better than it has already been. God, if that could have happened, like, God, if it could have been like that. If only it could have been like that. But of course it had to be like some other way. I just really wanted to see where this run could have gone. Ugh. This just sucks. Yeah, you spoke too soon, alright. I don't even know what I want to do now. If I want to just run the last 2 stages, just stop the stream now. I'll just run the last 2 stages. I mean, I could use some practice on them, so why not? Well, for the most part, I think I would need to just practice this for stage 9, and I should be good. This is probably the one thing that could just go horribly wrong. So I jump here and I kind of shoot downwards like so, and then that, and then that, and I... Yeah, as I said, I pretty much know exactly how to do this room now. I've practiced it enough times, and I have the pretty much perfect consistent setup for it. Yeah, if you repeat that room the exact same way every time, you get the exact same spawn patterns from Hunchbacks, and you can do the exact same things to pass through the room, and it just gets easy after you do it enough times. It just gets easy. So let's just pretend this is actually during a run. Because eventually, one day, I will get back to this point in an actual run. I already have on a few occasions. One time was actually on PB pace, even after an absolutely terrible second half of stage 5. think I might also practice those damage boosts on stage 6 while we're here. Still got, like... I think I got 3 golds, or maybe just 2 today. Got one on stage 4, which I really wasn't expecting, but stage 7, I'm still expecting a few more of those to pop up from here and there. I'll know what the perfect stage 7 is like, actually, and we almost had it. If it wouldn't have been for me screwing up that bat fight, that pretty much would have been it. And yeah, 4 of those seconds are because I now know how to skip through the ceiling in 7-1. That's because Chambers found out how you can actually do that. Baze was onto something when he said you can possibly skip through that room, but he never actually found out how to exactly do it. I tried a few things, but really couldn't find anything meaningful until Chambers discovered how to actually do that, and he made it consistent too. So yeah, since then we've been saving 4 seconds on that one stage alone because of that. I mean, the sub 26 was already possible before that, but finding that also made it feasible as well. There's our stage 9. That's pretty much exactly what it should look like right there. So I'm really not worried about stage 9, in all honesty. Stage A is definitely more technical, so that's a bigger concern for me. Not just the fact that the Dracula fight's pretty complex, but there's another ceiling clip you'll have to get in that stage if you want to have a shot at world record. And I've already been having not such good luck with the 2 on stage 6, so yeah, I'm definitely not going to be in shape to just go again. Maybe I'll be feeling better about it tomorrow, or maybe the day after, who knows? Definitely going to want to try tomorrow. Could always happen tomorrow, actually. Didn't even beat the game today. Certainly could have, but I just wanted to do it deathless, but couldn't get that. Got my boost, even though I could barely see Alucard for most of it. Got my boost. Got really lucky that I was able to time that perfectly. So doing this with the bare minimum amount of hearts is really fun and really scary. Hopefully it's not too much for me to handle. For all we know, it might be if I actually get a run to this point on world record pace. Imagine the nerves. I think I stand here. I have it. We got it. Got him. That was another superb stage. Okay, I'm done for the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. The 2 people that are still here, thank you more so for staying, but thanks for dropping by. I am definitely going to keep trying this, but not right now. I'm tired and I'm just kind of pissed off with the way the game's been just throwing me shit. Okay, maybe we'll try these a few more times, but that's about it for the day. I'll just try this stuff a few more times and that'll be it. keep calm and win. Yeah, I can certainly do that. I had my name in the #1 spot on a few occasions for Alucard, so I could definitely do it again. Just don't know when, though. Yeah, if I can consistently do stuff like this, then stage 6 isn't going to be a problem anymore. Yeah, and the run I had just before, I was literally 1 pixel shy of hitting that. It's just a matter of time, essentially. You're absolutely right, Visigoth. I have the strategies to get it back. Just don't know when. Maybe a few weeks, maybe even a few months. Hopefully not a few months, but it could easily be that. We never know. We can never really know, because there's just so much that can happen in this game. So remember when we were talking about the sub 2556 and how it's probably not going to happen? You'd have to cheat if you want to do that. So here's more or less what you could expect to have to deal with. It starts getting tricky up about here, but this is nothing too bad. Especially due to the fact that this is actually not too far into the game at all, and if you really want to get a good time, you can just reset and not fall too... well, not just lose too much time, because that's quite literally not even 4 minutes in the run. And there's only one owl that's really that problematic. Honestly, this is probably worse. You have to really be on high alert to get past these frogs consistently and fast as well. This second one's pretty tricky to deal with. In fact, you get spawns like that and more or less just not really have a good shot at getting anything done right. I wasn't even going to start mentioning the bad drops, but those only mainly happen in the first half of the game. Those are only mainly a problem before you get Alucard. Once you get to him, it's really not that bad anymore, because you do spend most of the game as Alucard. Except for the vertical climb in stage 7-7 and the first part of stage A, where you just want to get the triple shot axe. Okay, so honestly, this first stuff, not all that bad. It's not too bad. Going the upper route on this stage, really not that hard either. Just save the health, do it like this. Bring 3 hearts to the Alucard fight. Another easy fight to do. It is RNG dependent, some of the stuff in the early game, that being birds and frogs in particular. But you can learn those, you can just adapt. Let's just theorize all we want. So let's say you then get a run on world record pace up to here. This is also nothing too bad, but it's pretty easy to make one little slip up and then start falling behind, because you really do want to jump as soon as you land from this jump, and even then you might not be fast enough to take the boost in such a way that you pretty much land on top of that block there. This is another precise movement, but it can be learned. So once you've done this enough times, it's honestly not all that bad either. The worst of it in the early game has to be by far the frogs on stage 4, and possibly the owls on stage 3. And even more so, bad weapon drops. Because there's pretty much nothing you can do about bad weapon drops when you get stuck with them, if that is, it actually does impact you. Then there's one more RNG hurdle here. You could get like a really laggy fight and just lose time for that. So let's say you want the perfect run. This fight could lag too much and ruin that for you. Or it could start running away from you and making it really hard for you to even hit him. But I haven't seen that happen in a while. That hasn't happened to me today. Then things start getting even more technical once we get to stage 6. The first part of it, really not that bad. Pretty straightforward. 6-2 on the other hand, then you can start running into problems if you haven't practiced. Even if you have, you still might be running into problems. So yeah, see that this guy can either throw his axe high or low. If he throws it high, you can easily take this boost, and I just barely got it. Usually you have a lot more room to actually get the boost than if you get the low axe. For a while we believed that it was actually impossible to do anything of the sort with the low axe, and you'd just be forced to go the long way and lose about 4 seconds. That's been mitigated, at least. That's been mitigated. So let's say I get the low axe. You have a boost that's pretty much pixel perfect. One pixel lower from that and you can't clip. And then it comes again. Then it comes again. So you do 2 of those back to back pretty much. And then there's still this fight. And it can lag a bunch and make you lose quite a bit of time if you're really unlucky with the fight. If you are lucky, you can stack a few extra hits on him, or you could just die like I did. But usually that doesn't happen. Then let's say you got a run on world record pace. Let's say you have the 25:56 run going up to here. Let's theorize all we want. Then you have this fun boost to do. This is precise, but we have a cue for it. We have a cue for this. You see where that acid drop is in the top middle of the screen? It hits this block. And then when we see this purple animation frame of the block like so, this is the cue that I use to transform into a bat to start flying to take this boost. But these inputs are very precise and likewise easy to mess up like I just did there. So we can theorize all we want. Let's say you get past that. More filler content up until you get to the bat fight, for the most part. This skeleton with the sword up here can troll, but usually he's not that bad. Usually he doesn't give you too much of a hard time. But this is the really hard part. This is probably the most precise thing you have to do all run. Then you literally have to shoot the fireballs in such a way that your one tiny fireball will line up with a bunch of bats on the same tile. Ideally, you have to kill them in such a way that they just never move at all, so this is just a matter of timing and pure patience. This is just a matter of precision. Probably much harder to do under Nerves of Steel, but that can be learned too. Probably much harder to do under nerves and under pressure, but it's still possible. I've certainly done it a few times myself, in runs. This is another random annoyance that can happen from time to time. If you try and just jump straight up and transform, the birds might actually not fly far down enough so that transforming into a bat like so can get rid of them, or they might fly too far down and just hit you before you can actually do your moves fast enough to react to them. Then there's just, for the most part, easy content. Easy content. This is arguably still a little tricky, but if you just keep a good eye on the screen, you'll probably never make this mistake where you just fly too far down and touch the bottom of the screen and die. That's easy. Another easy thing right here. Easy. But then there's this asshole. You need to have him charge, otherwise you can't get a quick kill, and you essentially can't get that time you're going after. So imagine getting that pace up to here. Let's say if you really want to push this over the top, let's say if you want the 25:56 or 5, Then there's this fight you have to do pretty much perfectly. If you want a 2-cycle, it's almost near perfect. And I didn't get it. You have to get him before he makes that second jump, which is almost impossible. So in the unlikely event you got everything else you need up to that point, you'd still have to do that. And even then, I barely ever do it. I can't ask Baze how he does it, because he's still, like, kind of disappeared off the face of the internet, and Chambers, well, you could ask him, I guess, so there's that. And then there's me, and I'm not even sure how to do it, so I think Chambers might be, like, your best bet as to figuring out how you actually even do that. More filler content. Then we get to here. Then imagine getting all the way up to here. At this point, you have a 50-50 chance of either getting your run or just losing it. If you get that high axe, you've pretty much lost it. You need to get it first try, otherwise you're going to be forced to lose 3 seconds for every high axe you get, unless you take the stairs down, but even if you take the stairs down on a high axe, you still lose 2 seconds, which is too much time for you to want to lose to get that 25-56. And that certainly may take a few tries for you to actually get a run with that being a low axe, so keep that in mind. Quick recap. The birds, the owls here, some frogs. Most of this early game stuff isn't too bad, because when you reset, really, you don't have to redo that much of the game. It's practically alright at the beginning. But this is just annoying stuff that'll probably really demotivate you. Kind of like that. Then this is a pretty precise set of movements you have to do here. That. In all honesty, Visigoth, world record, you can still afford to make a few mistakes, but let's just say I got the 25-57. This is what we would be looking at. This is what we would have to do to get another world record. This, 2 boosts, both of which may be pixel perfect. Let's say you get the low axe there, and that first boost is pixel perfect. Then it would come again right there. Then it would come again. A fight that you have to hope doesn't lag too much. I think I got lucky there. Then there's this fun little boost. And then the bat. Leviathan? Actually, no, before that, the Cyclops and then the Leviathan. The Cyclops is easy to do, it's just pretty much luck-based, in all honesty. You just have to hope you're lucky enough that he doesn't screw you over. There's a spot we use, puts the odds in our favor, but sometimes he still might screw you over. This time he didn't, but you'll clearly know what it looks like when he does give you the bad pattern. And the Leviathan, which I can't really show you how that looks like consistently enough. So imagine getting all that stuff done. Imagine the nerves you'd be under going into this room just hoping that the one axe you do get first try is low. And even then, I don't know if it's 50-50 or if it's based on a frame count. So imagine getting all the way up to here. You would then be going against one of the toughest fights in the route aside from the bat. And yeah, this is a very easy fight to choke when you're doing it with Alucard. So imagine getting all the way up to here on a pace that's 25-56 or lower. First phase is really the worst of it. Second phase is really nowhere near as bad because it doesn't shoot a ton of sides at you. But you can't celebrate too early because it's still possible to mess that up pretty easily. So imagine getting all the way up to this point. You'd have to make a pretty precise set of movements, but these you can learn. These are easily learnable. Then there's a vertical flight in Stage 9 that's really not that bad either. Then there's something right at the end of the stage that's not necessarily that bad, but it's just more of a nuisance than anything else. If you get unlucky, you'll not be able to get rid of both these birds, and they could slow you down, but I got lucky, so this is more or less what your ideal setup should look like, except for that was bad. So let's just say you got all the way up to here. This is mostly luck-based, it's usually not that big of a problem. Pretty much always seems to get past it anyway. That's another pretty precise set of movements, but you can learn this one too. A fight that you could very easily choke if you make one slip-up. Just throw one holy water wrong, because this first one needs to be placed in such a way that it will stun this guy and prevent him from doing anything to you. Again, easy, but I'm pretty sure that might be a problem if you're under this much pressure. So imagine getting all the way up to here. Then you beat the stage and you have to do this. Oh, this is tricky. Oh, that was terrible. So imagine getting all that done. Imagine if you actually get a run. Ugh. So imagine actually getting that pace up to here. If you're not sweating bullets by this point, then I can't imagine what kind of superhuman being you would be. This is just essentially try and prevent lag of the screen. And this is easily learnable. This is like, I can prevent every other bit of lag except for that one Medusa there. Honestly, this stuff isn't too bad. The worst of it will come back to possibly bite you in the ass once you get here. You remember those two other ceiling clips in Stage 6? You got one more to do here. And even then, this is something that really requires like a lot of practice just to do consistently. To believe I thought this was actually impossible to do in real time, but I've done it on several occasions now. So in addition to all the other stuff I recapped, there's a 50-50 chance that you actually get to do your run, or you don't get to do it, despite the fact you've already gone more than 2/3 of the way through. There's a death fight that's very easy to choke. Stage 9 is honestly not that bad. But then there's a Stage A ceiling clip. You have to still get the triple shot on your axe, and that's pretty easy to choke as well. Now imagine getting up to here. You have a really precise fight to do. One wrong move and you could miss an axe throw and it's over. So let's just theorize all I want that we have the minimum amount of hearts to do this fight with. So you need to use only 4 on the first phase, 7 on the second, and your 15 on the third. So let's just say we did all that. And this is also a very technical fight. So imagine getting all the way up to here. And yeah, you can very easily just do that by accident. And you have a very limited time frame to kill Dracula, because if you don't, you still have to wait for the next cycle of platforms to finish moving before your run's actually done. Yeah, but we're pretty much almost done. So one more time, but actually you're gonna do it properly this time. And now we do have the minimum amount of hearts to do the fight with. If you make one mistake, you were pretty much either forced to wait for the second phase or the third phase. preferably the second phase, but if you have to slow down to kill that one, you pretty much lost world record. Because that's like a 4-second time loss if you run short on hearts to finish that off. So imagine all of that stuff you would have to do if I ever got the 2557 that I feel like I can do. If the world record ever becomes a 2557, it's probably not going to go any further down than that, because keep in mind that there's all that stuff you will have to do. There's plenty of RNG involved. Stage 8 is probably the scariest, because it's just over possibly even 3/4 of the way into the run. And there's just so many tricky maneuvers all the way through the run that... Got any new golds? I think I got like 3 so far this live stream. And there are only 3 of us that ever got past like even the 2630 mark. K-Mac never did that. He got a 2637. He lost quite a bit of time on the second phase of Dracula, and he got a high axe, so he lost about, like, 7 seconds over what he could have had. His run was still pretty good, don't get me wrong, but he stayed pretty far behind when it came to, like, all the other categories he did. Then there was Baze, just constantly pushing down the time, faster than I could have. He got to a 2611, even then that's very, very difficult to beat. I got a 2608. Then more things got discovered by Chambers, and he improved on some of my mistakes, and he got it down to a 2559, and this is where it stands right now. I can see myself getting a 2557 on a near-perfect run, but once we hit that point, that's it. Once we get there, I'm calling on an Alucard percent, like, I'm just gonna say the category's dead. So, imagine the nerves